Alright minions, let's have another little talk. The leader of 21CL has recently come out with her solo debut with The Baddest Female. This song and debut has been highly anticipated and the hype around it was huge. YG kept dropping hints left and right and we were left really wondering what the heck this was going to be like. Now this rant is going to be a bit of a review, mostly ranting, but also reviewing. I will try to put away my YG bias, because I am YG biased. I will try to put it away for this review / rant. I did a lot of research before starting this rant just so that I could really be informed as to what a lot of people are seeing and thinking and what their opinions are. So this is not just my opinion. I am going to be taking a lot of things from reviews and what people are saying about it. When I looked up a bunch of reviews for this, I was actually really rather shocked how much they disliked the music video and how often they referenced GD. Now granted, I see the comparison to GD's One of a Kind. It's pretty apparent, but it's more the references of how this song was just a leftover from GD. That kind of annoyed me. So before I launch completely into CL's music video, I feel like I kind of have to talk a little bit about the general attitude that I'm seeing within these reviews. There seems to be a lot of annoyance generally within the public about YG's direction in this new hip-hop type of styling. And definitely I can see a very American East Coast hip-hop influence within their styling and music recently. I don't generally like this type or style of music, but YG artists are really making it different and more Korean in how they're representing it. Yes, there is no Korean ghetto, at least not the way that they're portraying the ghetto. That's not the issue here, and I don't understand why people are having such an issue with them stylizing a concept. I mean, yeah, there's no ghetto, but there's also no random rooms with strange lighting that you can just randomly dance in, and nobody has a problem with that. So why would you have a problem with there being a stylized or imagined ghetto? It's a concept, and you know, I think they work it really well. But my point is, they're not portraying reality. If they were portraying reality, it would be really rather frightening. What they're doing is they're stylizing a concept. I thought that's what we liked about K-pop. We like that they take a concept and they stylize it, and no, maybe it's not at all realistic, but I'm okay with this. So the song itself has often been compared to GD's One of a Kind, and some people are saying it's a copy, some people are saying that it's a discarded track that GD just tossed aside. First of all, GD doesn't make the beat. That's usually Teddy or Kush or whoever. They make the beats. GD makes his raps, and that's kind of what CL has done here with the help of Teddy. So you can't really call it a GD discard because it's all within the same company and from the same composer. I'm totally throwing that criticism out right out the window. Second of all, GD and CL have always had a very similar style. They both rap in a very similar way and their general attitude is very similar. I don't think that it's fair to really say that she's copying him since A, they're from the same company, B, they have the same composer, and C, they are very similar in their rapping styles. This is not a shock to me, nor am I disappointed in this. This is what I was expecting from CL, a very boss and interesting and crazy attitude. That's just what I expect from her. The whole idea of copying GD's styling in the music video, yeah, I can see some of that, but I personally don't have a problem with it, just like I don't really have a problem with multiple bands using the random room with strange lighting concept over and over again. I mean, I get bored with it after a while, and yes, I do hope CL branches out a bit more, or at least with 21. It's not something that I'm going to dock her for, since this is something that K-pop does all the time. My point is here, the reuse of concepts is nothing new to K-pop, and I don't think CL should be taking the blame for just following in their footsteps. There were a lot who were disappointed in the actual song. I had to step back a bit because I absolutely adore the song to see what their points were. After looking at what they didn't like and what they were wanting from her, what I got from it was what they really wanted from CL was a 21 song. Which makes sense since that's what they liked about 21, their dance tracks and just having CL use her faster rapping and just that whole group dynamic. However, that's not going to be true when you have a solo come out. CL's style has always been a bit more of the hip hop, and that's what she wanted to represent in this music video and in this song, so I am not disappointed in this at all. It's the same as what GD does with his solo career versus what he writes and produces for Big Bang. One of the reviews I read referenced the fact that they wanted more songs like Blue and Bad Boy, but it sounded like they wanted it from GD, which doesn't make sense because that's Big Bang, it's not GD. So I'm just gonna discard that out as well. You cannot expect them to have the type of feel from their group in their solo. You have to separate them, otherwise you're gonna be disappointed. There's one thing I would have to concede about not really liking about this song would be the lazy type of rapping that she does. It's not spectacular, it's not super crazy like a lot of GD's raps. I can follow it pretty easily, which is saying something for me. What I really would have liked to have heard more from CL was her really interesting rap that's faster. I like when she raps fast. She's got this edge and this interesting sound to her voice when she does that I really like. Now this in no way makes me dislike her rapping. I just was hoping she would stretch herself a little bit more in her solo debut. Still love the song, I love the beat, and I can sing with it. That's really awesome for me. The lyrics of this song were also highly debated in a lot of the reviews. Some wanted to delve deeper into the lyrics and try to find some deeper meanings, while others wanted to write it off as typical YG fare that are just tooting their own horns. My personal opinion about the lyrics kind of stem from what I have had to learn about CL and what she's gone through in her life. The lyrics are very self-serving in how she's saying, you know, if you don't like me, whatever, I'm awesome, get out of here, whatever, I don't care what you think. It's fairly arrogant. However, CL has had a pretty rough time of it in the idol world. When she was first debuting, she was actually considered fairly ugly, which I never understood. And in fact, the song Ugly is written from a lot of her own personal experiences. She's struggled with her own image among the idol world for a while now. Now, CL has grown a lot since then. She has made her stamp on the K-pop world, and I don't think anybody could deny that this girl is gorgeous. The feminist in me is actually really drawn to these lyrics and how they're just so in your face and like, you know what, I love myself, and if you don't, then whatever, get out of here, I don't care. Love her moxie. Also, this is a side note, I really adore all of the Oni parts of this song, mostly because I am an Oni, and you know, I adore my role and all of its awesome powers. I also want to point out that I'm pretty sure YG knew that this song was not going to be well received among the K-pop community. It's what he described as Dougie dubstep, which honestly isn't really much of a style. Not really been done a whole lot, ever, maybe, I don't know. He came out and CL talked about how he had given her encouragement and said don't worry about the ratings, don't worry about trophies, don't worry about it, and just have fun with this. So I think he knew that this was not necessarily public friendly, or at least it wasn't going to be what they wanted or demanded from her. However, this is what she wanted to do. This is her song. I adore it, but I see a lot of people trashing her for it, and it makes me a little bit upset. YG is letting CL do her own thing and express what she wants to express, and if this is what she wants, then we should respect her for that. No, it is not a 21 dance track, but 21's coming back, so you'll get that eventually anyway. I personally adore this song. Again, I'm a little bit biased, but come on guys, it's boss. No, there's not a whole lot of dancing in it. I don't care. I just want to listen to the music. I don't necessarily need an awesome dance track. If I wanted to watch somebody dancing, I'd watch 21, or I'd go and I'd watch one of these other dance groups. That's not what I go to YG necessarily for. I mean, come on. My ultimate bias is Top. He can dance. So obviously dancing is not that important to me. What is important to me is that CL is expressing herself even against what she knew was probably not going to go over well, and she's sticking by it. Just as her lyrics saying, if you don't like it, whatever, your loss. That's gonna be my end to this little rant. You don't like this song, I'm sorry, but that's your loss, because this song is amazing and it's boss and I adore it. And CL, just keep doing what you're doing because I support you 100%. I'd like to hear what you guys think. I know that I love to talk and I love to rant on about my own opinions, but I actually do care about what you think, even if I don't agree with it. I'll still read it and I will still consider it, because I'm not always right. This is just my strong opinion, that I am right. So go ahead and leave a comment, tell me what you think. You can disagree with me if you want, that's okay. If there's another thing that you think I need to rant about, maybe that I don't know, go ahead and leave me a comment. I don't know all the things that are going on in the K-pop world. If you think there's something that needs to be researched, maybe I'll research it. So go ahead and give me a suggestion. I'll look at it and maybe I'll just reply to you, or maybe I'll make a video. Who knows? I'm gonna sign off here and I'm just gonna say, you know, even if you don't agree with me, let's still stick together. So whether you agreed with me or not, just remember, we're all in this together. Fangirls fighting!